and FedEx Ground are merging. 4 local sites are shutting down as
I busted and I was just laid off. These companies do not care about us.
FedEx loses that business, and now they don't need as many workers.
On Tuesday, over 200 FedEx employees had the rug pulled from underneath.
Really given my whole energy and life over the last 4 months to this job, and to be let go for no reason is like a huge slap in the face.
FedEx once had about 570,000 people on payroll. By mid-2025, that number fell to roughly 500,000. About 70,000 fewer jobs in 4 years. The company calls it tough choices, a drive cost plan, a big buyback, and a new network 2.0 that folds express and ground into one system. But when you strip overlap, real people disappear, and real routes get longer, slower, and stranger. The company promised $2 billion a year in savings from Network 2.0 by 2027. For workers and towns, it promises only pain, and a cliff is coming. You will see the tech first. FedEx opened a massive Memphis hub called Secondary 25, a machine that scans and sorts tens of thousands of parcels every hour. The company says it can sort 56,000 pieces an hour. That changes the job. Machines take the routine work, and people get the hard exceptions. The odd-shaped freight, the heavy pallet, the last-minute reroute. But automation also lets managers close stations, merge shifts, and cut pay lines. And when machines break or integration slips, the whole chain feels it.
The facility, the second link in getting packages sorted and outbound, is fully automated, according to FedEx, able to sort 56,000 pieces per hour.
The newly opened Memphis Secondary 25 facility. In March 2024, FedEx announced a $5 billion buyback and repurchased roughly $2.5 billion. In the first year, revenue stayed roughly flat, $84 billion in fiscal year 2024, while margins tightened. That choice matters. Investors cheer. Employees lose leverage. The math looks simple on a spreadsheet. On Main Street, it looks like closed doors and fewer paychecks. A steady slide in parcel volumes helped spark this peak. Daily parcels were about 18.3 million in 2021. By fiscal year 2025, average daily volume dipped to about 14.8 million. That drop, real customers sending fewer packages, makes every hub and route more expensive to run. FedEx also lost the USPS air cargo contract in 2024, a roughly $120 million hit. When revenue is flat and costs rise, cuts follow, and the Network 2.0 plan accelerates them. The switch to Network 2.0 has not been seamless. Billing errors spiked about 23% during transitions, and analysts warn roughly 15% of routes may face temporary delays during major retooling. Customers called in and found packages stuck in hubs longer than promised. Local news reported holiday backlogs, furniture and instrument parts delayed for weeks. Small signals of a wider wobble that can turn into a crisis at peak season. Now, feel this moment through a worker's voice. A flash of everyday life turned upside down. He loved the job until promises vanished.
Tony gets to take off the shirt permanently because he was let go by the new contractor because the new contractor wouldn't keep to his promises for the drivers.
Automation and consolidation also mean longer routes in rural towns. FedEx is merging small express and ground stations into single sites. Independent drivers are stretched farther without more pay. That creates delivery deserts, where reliable next-day service vanishes, and small businesses lose customers who depend on fast restock. The chain that fed local shops now snarls and stalls. You should hear the strain in the loading docks. New hires are overwhelmed on day 2.
They got me loading this truck and this truck all by myself, and it's only my third day. Boxes keep on coming and they will never stop.
Stock markets reacted too. By late 2025, FedEx shares sat roughly 20% below prior highs, even as management touted cost savings. The company plans to spin off FedEx Freight by mid-2026 to simplify the business. Investors want clarity. Communities want jobs. Both want answers that the system is not built to give them overnight. People work hard and still can't pay the bills.
Work anymore because I'm working every day very hard and I never have money.
The company tests self-driving line haul and machine learning to predict delivery times. Those pilots logged miles and 0 accidents, promising for efficiency, but pilots do not replace paychecks. The decision to repurchase stock, cut staff, and automate is a bet that future tech and smaller footprints will outpace lost volume. If the bet fails, towns and drivers pay the bill. The next part digs into who wins, who loses, and what happens when service gaps become permanent, and why this story is only beginning. Before we jump back in, please hit the like button. We're on a mission to bring together 5,000 curious minds here at Global Insight, and your subscription makes this journey possible. Every click, every new subscriber is a true vote of confidence, and we're deeply grateful for your support. Thank you for helping us grow. Now let's continue. FedEx says the plan is efficiency. The people on the floor call it survival. Drive, the multi-year cost program, aims to shave roughly $4 billion across 2023 to 2025. That is the number executives show investors. For the workers, it looks like fewer shifts, smaller teams, and more unpaid stress. And the cuts keep coming. A new kind of robot is now a part of the story. FedEx is testing 2 armed pick-and-place machines that grab boxes straight from conveyors and pack them into moving trailers. The company calls them productivity boosts. Workers call them another reason a job that once paid steady now feels fragile. The machines speed things up, but the extra speed also shrinks tolerance for delays, and when the human part of the chain slips, the whole route backs up, fast. People who do the work feel the pay doesn't match the load.
You're at $32 an hour. $32 an hour. You go home.
Those pay numbers matter because FedEx also announced precise local cuts. Management confirmed layoffs in North Texas this year, and the headlines grew sharp when the tally hit the local streets. The numbers are not abstract. 81 jobs in Garland, 50 in Plano. People with families and rent due. Next month, small hubs close, work relocates, and towns feel the loss in real time. Other regions felt it too. Raleigh and Durham saw hundreds affected as route networks consolidate and contracts shift. People who thought the company offered stability now search job boards, and small businesses that relied on next-day deliveries start to plan for slower restock and lost sales. These are not distant figures. These are last names and addresses.
FedEx just announced it plans to lay off more than 100 employees in North Texas. These cuts will impact 81 workers in Garland and another 50 in Plano.
The pressure shows up in terminals around the country. Managers push for speed. New hires face a wall of boxes and hours that crush them. Drivers cover longer routes. Every missed scan or delayed truck multiplies into customer complaints and lost revenue, and the response is more automation. A loop that tightens like a noose. Stress on the floor is a steady, low hum that becomes a howl at peak times.
The FedEx workers in Raleigh and in Durham are going to need to find new jobs in the new year.
Yeah, the company's laying off 123 people in Durham and another 218 in Raleigh. The cuts go into effect by February 3rd.
This is not just physical strain. Billing systems, route algorithms, and contract shifts force human beings to carry complexity the machines cannot fix. Supply chain analysts now warn that up to 30% of U.S. centers could be shuttered by 2027 as Network 2.0 rolls on. That means whole counties may lose fast service, and competitors will pick off the customers left behind. The workday stretches, and people admit they are fraying.
It's actually extremely stressful for all of us, including the loaders, including everybody in the terminal.
If you are a customer, you notice a late package. If you are a worker, you feel a missed paycheck. If you are a town, you measure lost hours, closed counters, and quieter lunchrooms. The next part will show where the money went, who gained, and what will happen when the remaining workforce pushes back. And they will push back. The last mile is where the economy breathes. And right now, that breath is thin. FedEx's big plans have a bill, and it's landing on the people who deliver the packages. The company promised a leaner network and faster sorting, but the result for many is longer hours, wage pressure, and fewer chances to find steady work. And those chances matter more than ever. Some workers feel the job market has closed the door on them.
Your ratio of even getting the job that you're applying for is 0 to none. Also, if you have a job, the job market is so bad that your job is overworking you and still paying you the same salary. They're switching up schedules on you, giving you more work, less pay, cutting budgets on you.
Investors cheered efficiency. Share buybacks worth billions have returned cash to shareholders, while stations shutter. That trade-off plays out in parking lots and kitchen tables. Buybacks lift stock prices. Closed hubs, hollow towns. For families, that choice means missed paychecks and tougher months ahead. And that gap makes people rethink a job they once trusted. Others reach a breaking point on the line.
Started FedEx at 2:30 a.m. and quit at 2:50 a.m. They need slaves, not me.
Technology was sold as a promise. Safer, faster, smarter. But automation also rewrites skills and shrinks job roles. FedEx pilots self-driving line haul on long routes and trains ML to predict deliveries. Those tests cut costs, but adoption speeds up the pressure on local hires. And when the market tightens, the human side bears the strain. Despite the pain, the company touts network strength.
The world's most flexible, efficient, and smartest logistics network.
Still, the narrative is incomplete without the ripple effects. Small businesses that depended on overnight restocks now order earlier and hold more cash. Rural towns may lose reliable next-day service. Competitors smell opportunity. Regulators and unions watch closely, because a quiet depot closing can become a loud labor fight. And labor fights change costs and timelines in ways executives didn't plan. For FedEx can slow the roll of automation, invest in reskilling, and partner with communities. Or it can push harder for margins and let market forces rebalance the network. Either path will shape how your next package moves and who delivers it. If you want to see the bigger picture of how mass layoffs and policy shocks amplify these problems, watch my deep dive on the national fallout. 2025 U.S. Shutdown. 750,000 workers are fired. Airports collapse. Jobs and health costs soar. It connects the dots from factory floors to airport terminals. Tap the video on your screen now.